When I tell people I do less than 10 minutes a day of weights, I usually get a look something like this, followed by demands for an explanation. It's only been through discovering a very simple yet highly underrated training method that I've been able to do this and help so many other people at all ages and levels transform their bodies. In this video, I want to show you how it works so you can try it for yourself and see just how ineffective all other methods of training are in comparison, so you can start implementing it and watch your body transform. This works even if you've been in the gym for years. It's what allowed me to keep building muscle and strength even after 14 years of lifting. But if you're just starting out, I'll tell you now, this is the most potent formula for effective long-term changes to your body. And the less experienced you are, the sooner you'll see those changes. First, we need to understand one thing. To build muscle and strength long-term, we need to stay within what I call the consistency threshold. I know it sounds fancy, but it's easier than you think, and most people get this wrong. Consistency is a tool, and in this case, it's a tool that gives us more muscle and strength over time. It allows us to have lower body fat and gives us the energy and functional mobility we want for daily life. And I've said this before, your physique is a reflection not just of your workouts or habits, but your ability to sustain all of it long term. So if we want to look really good, we need to be as consistent as possible given our current lifestyle. That's how we'll build muscle and strength, look good year round, and maintain it with ease. Keep in mind, you don't need hours in the gym, and you don't need to be an expert either. Think of people with amazing physiques who've kept them for decades. The secret is they follow a workout routine that actually fits their lifestyle. That's why they continue to look that way year round, almost effortlessly. So to look good, stay healthy, and be strong for the next 5 to 10 years, if not for life, we need to master the art of consistency. In other words, we need to learn to stay within the consistency threshold. And the only way we do that is by starting where we are. Think of it like this. Your consistency is here right now. If you want to move up to this level, the level where you're getting consistent results week after week, you need consistency that matches your lifestyle. Your lifestyle being your job, your relationship, hobbies, kids, everything. But here's the thing. Your body loves equilibrium. It loves staying where it is. It doesn't want to change unless it's forced to. And it will only build new muscle tissue if it needs to. If not, it'll wither away from lack of use. And yes, you might be active around the house or at work, but for most people, that's not enough to build real muscle or strength. For a better visual, you could be working out down here, like if you only exercise or diet once a month, or way up here, trying to follow a full-time bodybuilding routine. But because that falls outside your consistency threshold, you can't sustain it. It's too hard. You're basically setting yourself up to fail because it's far beyond what you're used to. And every time you burn out and quit, that's your body pulling you back into your threshold. So if we want to build muscle, stay lean, and actually enjoy working out long term, we need to train within or as close to that threshold as possible. So basically, the whole idea and the technique I'm about to show you guarantees you fall within that threshold every time. It's honestly the most important thing if you want to sustain your training long term. It also helps you figure out what kind of workout routine actually works for you so that results stick. If you get nothing else right in your training but nail this, you've already set yourself up for a lifetime of muscle and strength gains. It's that powerful. So how do we stay within the consistency threshold? Simple, by listening to our body. Let me explain. In every workout program, there's a working phase and a resting phase. The key to sticking with a training plan for decades, if not for life, is to follow the signs your body gives you, not a rigid plan. But here's the problem. That can take years to master. So let's make it easier. I'll take you through a simple exercise, but first, we need to understand this concept. Imagine you work a 9-to-5 job, have kids, a partner, and your goal is to get into great shape. You start a 5-day-a-week program. Eventually, you surpass the consistency threshold. Why? Because most people can't sustain such an intense schedule. They burn out and then quit. If we think of effective training as staying within that threshold, then listening to your body is what makes it possible. It's honestly the most powerful thing we can do to build a body that's sustainable. We're working out while paying close attention to our body the entire time. There's no clearer way of making sure we're not going beyond what our body and lifestyle can handle. And I've used this imagery before. Imagine filling up a bottle with water. As it gets closer to full, you prepare to turn off the tap. That's the experience of listening to your body. Knowing when to turn off the tap as the bottle fills up, that's what it feels like to stop before crossing the threshold. On the other hand, if you forget to turn the tap off, you end up having to clean up the spill. That's like sticking to a strict workout schedule without paying attention to your body. you'll spend more time recovering from burnout or injuries, and might even go months or even years without training again. When I first went through burnout from overtraining, I never realized what I was doing wrong. I was training 6 to 7 days a week, constantly trying to make it work. But every time I recovered, a few weeks later, burnout hit again. This happened for nearly a decade. Even deload weeks didn't help. It took me years to realize full-time workout programs just don't fit within most people's consistency threshold, including myself. And research shows burnout affects up to 76% of the US workforce, likely due to lifestyle factors. Knowing this makes minimizing exercise burnout even more important, because if we don't, we're leaving massive gains on the table, not just physical, but health, energy, and longevity too. And now that I've lived this for 5 years, it blows my mind that some people still work out for hours a day, and yet most people don't work out consistently at all. Most stop by their late 20s, if not earlier. It's crazy when you think about it. There are so many benefits to working out: health, performance, aesthetics, and I'll be honest, 99% of people do it for aesthetics. And when motivation peaks at the start, people set the bar way too high. They want fast results, and the internet promises quick transformations, 30, 60, 90 days. But most people end up falling outside the threshold and quit. So think about your current workout program. Let me walk you through what you can change to make it simple, effective, and sustainable. Now let me preface you by saying it might sound too simple, but if you struggle to stay consistent, that's the problem we need to fix. And what I'm about to show you will fix it. It's the single best thing to guarantee long-term gains, whether you're brand new or have been training for years. First, we need to accept that most programs aren't sustainable for most people. And chances are, you've struggled to keep up, felt unmotivated, and stopped for weeks or months at a time. So the problem isn't the program. As harsh as it sounds, the problem is you. But trust me, what I'm about to show you will fix that. We start by working out the single best day for you to train. It might be Saturday, 5 p.m, 10 minutes, whatever. Forget the details for now, just pick the best day. Don't overthink it. Pause the video, set a timer, flip a coin if you need to, and make a decision. Perfect. Now that you've got your day, let's pick the time. If you have all day, do you prefer morning, afternoon, or night? Can't decide? Use elimination. Not a night person? Then morning or afternoon. If you still can't pick, flip a coin. Pause the video and decide. Morning, noon, or night. Now let's get a bit more specific. What time exactly will you work out on that day? Before or after dinner? When are you most likely to get it done? Maybe see your workout as a way to earn dinner. Pause the video one last time and decide on the approximate time, give or take an hour. And there you go. You've decided on the single best day and time to work out. 1 day a week, every week. But we're not done. We've set the minimum, now we need the maximum. If you go past your upper limit, you risk burnout. So decide your max. It could be days per week, minutes per session, or total sets. Think about what didn't work before. Maybe you used to train 5 days a week. This time, set your max at 3 days a week. Whatever you choose, know that it can change in the future. The point is, setting your limit prevents burnout, and you can play it by ear. Some weeks you'll do more, others less. It's that flexible. The best part, you can still follow your current program, even if it's 5 days a week. But it'll just need a simple tweak or two to make it more sustainable. Let's say your program has 5 workout days. You can do part of it each time you train. Do day 1 on Monday, then day 2 next time, even if it's next week. What matters is consistency. For example, I do 2 exercises every night, 2 sets each, and it takes me under 10 minutes. It works perfectly for me, and I discovered this through trial and error. My minimum was 1 exercise a day. Then I realized I had more to give, so I added 1 more, sometimes even 3. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and decide. This might be the single biggest factor that helps you sustain your training for life. And that's it. It's that simple. Setting a minimum and a maximum is like creating a custom rule, a rule that works just for you. And this is how you stay within the consistency threshold and sustain it long term. And it's a far healthier approach than what most influencers will ever tell you. If you want a detailed video about my exact under 10-minute workout that still builds me muscle even after 14 years in the gym, let me know in the comments. Okay, see you in the next one.